Well, let me open up by saying we're excited with the opportunity to open our season in Dallas. Should make for a great event, a great day of basketball with the 3 games that they have scheduled. We're looking forward to the challenge of playing Oklahoma. Obviously, got a lot of respect for their program, their coaching and players. You look at the success that they've had over the last year going to the NCAA tournament. We know that it'll be a great challenge for our team this early in the year. Certainly a lot of things that we've got to be prepared for with a game of this magnitude to open the season. So we're looking forward to the challenge.
Appreciate it. Questions, go ahead, raise your hand. We'll bring a mic over to you. Starting back with Cecil.
Coach, you had a chance to review and work on some of the things from Monday night. Sort of what's been the emphasis in practice this week coming off the exhibition game?
Yeah, the emphasis for us, we reviewed Monday's game, and I think our guys were able to see some things that we did well and some things that we didn't do as well, and I think we learned from that, and then we turned the page very quickly, and our focus has been on doing the things that we need to do to prepare ourselves for Oklahoma. Obviously, this is the beginning of the regular season with this game, so I think our guys have done a pretty good job of understanding that and getting prepared for what lies in front of us.
Go over to Cliff on the left.
So, looking at Oklahoma, what do you see and what are the challenges?
The limited stuff that we have at this point, this is the first game of the year. But they've played a couple exhibition games that have obviously scored a lot of points. I think if you look at the games, they're averaging about 96 points a game, really shooting the ball well. So it'll be a challenge for us from a defensive standpoint to try to limit some of their opportunities, and then they'll throw a variety of things at you from a defensive standpoint with the press and man and just some different looks that at this stage obviously we haven't seen a whole lot of because we've been going against ourselves. So I think certainly will be a challenge for our guys to be mentally prepared for the different things that'll happen during the course of the game.
Go over to Michael on the far left there.
Nick, just talking about the interior play, I mean, how do you think you guys did the other night, and how far do you think you guys have come?
Referring on the last game, I mean, like Coach said, we went back on film and watched stuff that we did wrong and corrected it and all that, and we basically turned the page from it and looking to do better towards the things that we didn't do right Monday and try to do the right things coming Friday.
Follow up from Michael.
What were some of the specifics? I mean, for both of you guys, what were some of the things you guys need to improve?
Well, it's an exhibition game, and it's an unfamiliar opponent. So, again, our first game of the regular season is Oklahoma. So, I think our guys are focused on what we've got to do to prepare ourselves to play against Oklahoma. We won't play West Georgia again, so it makes no sense of revisiting everything that happened in that game. I think our guys learned from it, and Oklahoma presented a different challenge that we've got to be prepared for.
Go to Chris's microphone coming to you.
Nick, I mean this in a good way. You look like a different guy this year. Tell us about your offseason and the conditioning you did.
First off, I give credit to the coaching staff. I mean, they worked in day in, day out with me during the summer, getting my body right. It's simple. I mean, my whole goal this year is to do wonders. This have a better season than we did last year. Starting out with last year, how we had that big slump in December, and I mean there were many reasons for it, but the whole thing is just turn the page like Coach said, and just look towards our next opponent.
Nick's being kind. He put the work in. Myself and the coaching staff. He put the work in to work on his body and do the things that he needed to do, and certainly proud of the work he's put in. Now, the challenge is as the season approaches to put that work that he put in to put it into use with the competition that we're going to play against.
Yeah, follow up.
How much weight you lose?
Approximately probably 30, 35 pounds I lost. Yeah, it was a tough summer for me, but
He likes wearing tank tops now.
Go ahead, Chris.
Is this a good example of being more involved with the players over the summer? How much it can help?
I think so. Yeah, and obviously we had a chance to to take a foreign tour this summer, and we got a chance to spend a little bit more time than normal. So I think, you know, like I said, a lot of that credit goes to Nick. He made a decision at the end of the season that he was gonna try to do what he needed to do physically to become the best player that he could become. Our strength and conditioning coach, Lou Deneen, did a great job with him and all our guys of challenging them mentally and physically to become the best that they can become. So now it's on to competition and on to the start of the season. So we're excited to be at this point.
You know, question for Cecil, and we'll go over to Kirk.
For Coach, first, any update on Levi, any chance of putting him on the floor?
Yeah, there's a chance that Levi could see action. He actually had his first day of competition yesterday in practice, and you can see the rust, you know, being out for a little over 3 weeks. But I think Levi is certainly from just a mental or physical toughness standpoint, one of the better guys on our team. So I think he's going to try to do everything he can to help in any way he can. We'll see how it goes today with what he's able to do in practice, and that'll determine his availability for the game on Friday.
And Carl, you could sort of tell, he also had a long layoff, it looked like, in the West Georgia game. How's he responded? Where is he physically?
Carl is good. He's got a little aggravation in his foot from the other day, but I think nothing that will prevent him from being available and doing everything he can to help the team.
Go to Kirk on the right here.
Coach, I know we're not referring back so much to West Georgia, but the end of that game where it was like it was a one-man offensive team, nobody else taking a shot or doing anything except Trevor. Is that something you have to work on to get more balance there?
Well, yeah, obviously one of the goals I think for our team and really any team is you want balance from an offensive standpoint. You know, Trevor obviously was a big part of our offense the other day. He had a lot of success offensively. He was able to get himself to the free throw line consistently at the end of the game, but I thought Nick did a really good job in the game of making himself available and being aggressive to score. You know, I think what happens during the course of a game, especially a close game like that, this early in the season, is you see some guys that may shy away from being as aggressive as they normally are or want to be. And you see some other guys that step up and rise to the challenge. I thought both Trevor and Nick really wanted the ball there at the end of the game, and you know, give credit to their teammates. They did a good job of getting it to them and giving those guys opportunities to convert and put us in position to win.
Time for a couple more questions.